Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. As I recorded today, the market had a bloodbath. At one point, the Nifty was 21,728 and the Sensex was 4,000 down. The Bank Nifty was also down 1,400 points. But more importantly, in the United States, in 2 days, a market of India's size has completely vanished and you can add another 2 trillion. If India's market is 4 trillion approximately, then you lost India plus you had 2.4 trillion more. So 1.5 India is lost. But that is the ferocity of selling. Looks like from the futures market that sales will continue to happen tonight. All Asian markets were more than 5% down. India was not 5% down. The impact on India will be muted because India is not a big trading partner of the US. India's impact is going to be indirect. That is, your IT industry is going to be badly affected. When there is a recession in America, the IT industry is going to be terribly impacted. A friend of mine who runs a very small microscopic software company says he wanted to recruit 3 people. And before he could recruit 3 people, his tech head called him and told him, wait, don't recruit. A new AI app has come and we can eliminate those 3 jobs. This is the state of the Indian IT. So there are going to be 2 things. There is absolutely no way new recruitments will take this place this year. And people who are laggards will also be sent home. So the IT is going to hurt badly. And when IT is the biggest employer in cities like Bangalore and overall in the country, if you consider the indirect jobs it creates, there is going to be a deep recession in IT and IT related services. This can have knock-on effect on construction and construction related services, and also consumption in India will be muted throughout the year. So India is going to suffer painful knock-on effects. The Indian markets are highly overvalued and therefore look to be still pricey. The correction has a long way to go and at least another 700 points from the low of today. At 21,000 is when the market is down 20%. The pendulum does not stop at midpoint and the pendulum will swing away. So our defensive stocks are also hurt except ITC. Gold is also in a downward movement but is down very little, is down 8250. The rupee has fallen, the rupee gained because the dollar fell, but overall yuan is expected to fall and the rupee also has fallen. The rupee is 85.50 and expected to fall further. In the opinion of several experts, including me, a 90 rupee to the dollar would be the bare minimum that is required to counter any foreign exports. So we have a strange situation where our exports will be badly hurt. Auto components will be badly hit because they're a big auto component ecosystem. And when and if the pharma tariffs come, even pharma stocks will bear the brunt. So overall, it is better to be safe than sorry. It is better to buy in Tiffin coffee ranges. Let's not go down the track and swing the bat at it. You know the list. And the list I'll go through with Vishnu and Vinod once again. But be careful and go step by step. Gold has been a great ballast in our defense. And also ITC, Muthoot and Manappuram have also been very defensively good. So most of these stocks, if you have been following me for 3 to 4 years, are still positive and not anywhere near buying range. Wait. Now over to Vishnu and Vinod.
Hi guys, so the market has fallen by bare minimum of 5% all over the world, and we have seen Hang Seng Index, Nikkei Index, and both these are around 10% and 8% drop today. So what can we do now? What an investor should do now? We have that Patas list. Should we still go with the Tiffin coffee range, or we should hop into the lunch and dinner range? Is what the investors are looking out for. So let's ask this question to him. So should we still hop into Tiffin coffee range, or should we get into?
You should wait because the market is at 21,758, which is the low, which still means that the Nifty is at 20 PE range. The addition of Zomato has made that P more expensive, and Geo made P by E ratio more expensive. So I would rather, it is certain that the market will fall by another 1,000 points. That is the bare minimum. So 20,900, 20,800 is when we start looking seriously whether the transition to lunch should happen. Till that point of time, one should be careful and push back. There is always a doubt that Trump can do a U turn today. Trump does a U turn today, not everything is going to come back. Of course, you may get a 1,500 point rally, but it's very unlikely. The American Commerce Secretary has come out and made a very strong statement saying this will make America great again. So this will take 6 months. And it is like starting a train or automobile. You cannot start and stop immediately. The vehicle will slow down slowly, come to a halt, and require a great amount of effort to get started again. That's how the economy runs. So this is going to take some time for the impact to be known, pain to be felt. Jerome Powell, the other part of the partner in this, has said his primary concern is inflation, and therefore he will increase interest rates. So one next economist, Mohammed El Arin, who's the chief of Queen's College, Cambridge, and a big trader in bonds, has clearly said that he is projecting the Fed's favored gauge for inflation, the PCE index, to reach 4.8, which is way above the 2% mark. Therefore, if it is true and the tariffs affect inflation so much, Jerome Powell will not cut rates, will increase interest rates. The fall in the price of gold tells us that American interest rates are going up. The biggest player in this game is Warren Buffett. He has not moved from his small nibbling into big buys. Buffett has $400 billion in cash. If he buys a billion, it's different coffee range for him. A billion may look big for us. When Buffett plunges and buys $10 billion in a single day, is when we should even think of moving past different coffee.
When is that expected, sir?
Nobody knows time. I do not know the time. It may happen tomorrow, it may happen, it may take 6 months, it may take 1 year. We do not know at this point of time.
Okay, the market on Friday, like say for example, S&P 500 had fallen by 6%, and that's the biggest drop since COVID crash. So can we expect, even the Indian markets, can we expect the market will go below the COVID crash? Is that
It
what we
should.
are looking out for?
Definitely it should. Because all major markets have gone. And we are not isolated from the rest of the world. So the COVID was around about 18, 17,000. So it is quite possible that we'll go to 17,000.
So is that what you explained as the pendulum swing?
Yes, so the pendulum swing will not stop at 20,000, 21,000. It will swing further. How much it will swing further, nobody knows. And it took a long time from extreme overvaluation to come here. And if it spends a long time there, a lot of the middle class, which pushed this market up through the mutual funds, will find it very difficult to come back into the market. So it will take a couple of years for the pendulum to swing back again. It depends on when it will cross the midpoint and how long it will be there.
So this is concerned with the Indian market. As far as investing in US is concerned, is it a good time to move in?
I'm buying US and I'm buying Japanese stocks. I'm buying stocks which are very beaten down. That is, stocks which are badly affected by Trump. Something like Nike, something like Crocs are all badly affected by Trump. The sales may be bad, so it can go down further. So it can give me a better buying opportunity. I am also long Japan because it gives me two advantages. As the rupee depreciates, the value of my asset will go up. And whatever the companies I'm talking about, people need shoes. So if you have to, everybody who's buying from Vietnam is going to pay the duty. But in India, in Tamil Nadu, they have started one in Perambalur. So you will have Nike and Adidas made in India very soon.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
So my argument is this: investing in India is okay because we are inside India and we have a clear understanding on what's happening. But there seems to be a global shift in itself in paradigm. Like the Singapore head came out saying recently, a video which has gone viral on YouTube, saying there is a change in the global system itself. He's saying what the trade we knew, the world we knew is over. We are in a new world now. Countries like Singapore are going to suffer immensely because they actually don't make anything per se. They're actually a trading hub. He says global trade is going to come to a grinding halt. It will become each country working with each bilateral trade is what's going to happen. Yeah. What we have known as global world trade is over, where we had a set of rules we all followed is all over. Each country will be vying positions, fighting with each other, and there is no way. When you've taken all that in consideration, wouldn't be better to, because now forget Accord, they're talking about another Brentwood now.
But let me look at all this. Will you stop playing in Nintendo Switch?
True.
Will you not play with the Sony PlayStation?
True.
Will you stop wearing Levi's jeans? Will you stop eating Wrigley's chocolates?
True.
Will you stop using Nike shoes?
Yeah,
You're still wearing a Nike.
Yes, I agree this, but the problem is not that. What we are saying is the cooperations we have between nations.
That does not affect Nike.
No, but that's the effect. My investment is locked outside and I'm not able to access it. Like what Trump is doing, telling Canadians themselves don't come across. Some of my Canadian friends who are Canadians for a very long time, who have been living in that side of the world for the last 35 odd years, are scared to cross a border. Though they're Canadian citizens, they're saying maybe we should format our phone. Europeans are scared to travel to US.
I don't have to travel.
What if your funds get stuck?
I'm trying to tell you. See, worse things can happen. Your funds are not in US.
Explain that.
You are going to operate out of at least I operate out of UAE and Singapore.
Correct.
You can either choose UAE or Singapore. So you are using UAE and Singapore as a hub to invest. Both these markets have to remain open because if they close, they don't manufacture anything.
They don't have any other option.
Dubai has no option, Singapore has no option. So that's where I have the...
Because those countries are likely to keep all doors open to everybody.
Yes.
Like a Switzerland.
Yes.
During that time.
Yes.
Now, taking things into consideration is what I want our audience to understand.
So that is why we are... For those who have come to my advice, come to me, I have always said you work out of Dubai, don't go out of India. So if you work out of Dubai, the disadvantage is there's a 5% tax, LRCS. But the government cannot take arbitrary decisions.
Yes.
Even for Americans, I said, you move to Dubai and invest in Dubai.
Correct.
So
a lot of Americans are doing that. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of your British friends have moved there.
Yes, a lot of Canadians too.
Yeah. So you have a choice. You can operate out of Dubai or you can operate out of Singapore.
Yes.
Your money is liquid. You can take it out anytime you want and leave.
And fundamentally, people should remember that whatever turbulence happens, it will not last forever.
It won't. It will last for a couple of years.
Yeah.
The worst case scenario is if Trump gets unpopular, his own Republican guys will desert him. He cannot operate the Congress.
Yes.
And even if he manages to do it now, next October, November, it's all over.
Correct. I mean, of course, the effects of the pain will be there till the presidency is over, till there's clarity. But the more bludgeoning of the economy
will stop after next
October. The bleeding
October.
will continue though.
Yes, and he's also a good politician.
But one fundamental question a lot of people are having is, historically, when this kind of a situation happens, there is belief and strength in the dollar there. So everyone goes and the dollar goes through the roof.
Something strange, yes.
There are questions being asked about the US Treasury itself.
Exactly. That's where the surprise happened, and that's why they are expecting he will roll back. I don't think he'll roll back.
You don't think the Treasury yield will...
The yield has to go up. It will go up.
You feel it will?
It will.
So what do you think about people like Bill Ackman coming out and saying there's a nuclear winter now? That he was the guy who supported him, no? He was the guy who was doing Trump, I want Trump.
So you ask him.
I can't ask him.
You can tag him.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not going to see me. I would like to know what do you say to people who are all gun-ho with him now, who are licking their wounds?
Pay the price.
There you go.
Okay, so we have our Patas list stocks to be asked for. So this question is not a consideration stuff. This is
whether I will buy or not.
Exactly. This is exactly about whether you will buy that are not in this market scenario. So the first part was made in Money Page today's video, and this is the second part. So let's move on. Sir, Indian hotels,
Too costly.
KRBL, it's fallen by 7% today.
I need to check the small cap company avoid now.
Yes, small caps. Best time to avoid small caps is right now.
Yeah.
Please do not touch small caps. That would be Anand's advice.
Cool. Jyothy Labs is 2% down.
Looks like you can go for it.
It goes in and out, because it all depends on price to earnings.
So Tiffin Coffee range, we can follow it on. Okay, Karur Vysya Bank has fallen by 7%. No, and Tata Chemical 5% down.
Yeah, you can.
We can you will consider it. Exide 5.5% down.
It's too costly.
Too costly as of now, or
Very costly.
okay, sir.
Yeah.
Dr. Reddy is 3% down.
Yes.
Tata Motors around 10%.
Yes.
Spandana around 7.5% down.
Yes.
Manappuram 3.5% down.
How much is the price?
It's around 220.
If you are not defensive enough, you can buy.
South Indian Bank 5% down.
You can.
Infosys 5% down.
You can, but again, Infosys, you can wait for it for a long term because it will decline further. It may come down to 1350, 1300.
It's already, I think it's in the range, sir. Around 1,300.
It's 1300.
And it kind of bounce back. You have to check.
You have to check.
But remember, in all IT stocks, the pain is yet to come. Like Anand said.
It's going to come.
Yeah. The trenches of pain are coming. It's not only Trump, the AI, and all the recession. So all this pain is going to come. So the earnings are going to be bad. Then repeatedly they'll get hammered. But you have to be patient.
Okay. So the next one is Natco 5% down.
You can.
HCL 6.5% down.
Again, it's same thing like IT.
Okay. And Tech Mahindra 5% down.
Yes, same thing.
Okay. So there are lots of stocks in the Patas list. So tell us top 5 stocks that you will invest in this market scenario.
There's nothing like this top 5.
Sir, you are asking us to invest in Tiffin Coffee ranges.
Yes.
And there are around 20 stocks in the Patas list.
I'll
to
buy
invest.
IT.
But Vishnu, that's unfair to ask that because each day when the market opens, you have to see what.
I
what
would
is your
definitely
budget.
buy ITC.
Yeah.
I'll definitely buy ITC.
Okay.
And I will,
Manappuram also is a definite buy if you're looking defensive.
when you're defensive, I'll buy Manappuram.
And when we mean defensive, in the short term, for the next year or so, the price variation like ITC will not be huge compared to
Yeah.
the others.
And gold will also not very much.
You're still long on gold? Sir?
I'm long gold, but I have several times that 400 grams.
No, my question is, even after the market has fallen so much,
I'm long gold.
even today. Okay, sir, cool, fine.
Thank you.
It is what it is.
Understood, sir. Okay, disclaimer, guys. These stocks are not buy or sell list. This is a consideration list which Anand sir will buy in this market scenario or not. And this is clearly not a buy
This
sell
is
list.
personal choice.
Yes, personal choice of Anand
It's
sir.
got to do nothing to do with your personal finance, your budget, your outlook, your risk, your age, your runway. If none of it, this is all his non-metrics, right? So, like how you cannot look at Rock Dwayne Johnson's workout and start lifting weights like him. Please do not invest looking at Anand and saying, I am going to do this. Please don't. Have a good financial advisor. If you need one, we're there on Instagram. And if you need help, reach out. Otherwise, find someone you trust. Learn about it. This is the first time you're hearing about all this. Please, please, please don't invest.
As Vinod sir said, Rock is the best example. You can't lift weights all of a sudden.
Yeah. You'll end up all of a sudden in the hospital with all kinds of pain. At my age, with hernia also.
They exactly match with the market scenario.
Thank you for watching Birich. I hope you liked our show. Please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified when there's a video. Please send this video to your friends and relatives and have them take a look. Once again, I thank you for your support for Birich.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.